Hey, I'm Paul Friday, and I just got to be able to test my Flash e-bike that I ordered back in June off Indigggo. The process was pretty simple. I am an avid biker. I've cleaned and taken away bikes over the last year and a half, but a couple of the key points taken out of the box. I mean, it's got a battery in it, so it weighs a lot. So make sure you're prepared for that. A lot of unwrapping with zip ties and things to take apart. So I got my little wire cutters out. Was very careful around the wires to undo the zip ties and get it out of the box. First thing we did is I put the front tire on, very smooth, normal process. Then went ahead and put the seat on and just set it up quickly. I came over and did the handlebars. Really important to make sure that the gear shift lever is towards your crank. So make sure when you put it on that it's not reversed. The gear shift lever should be here by the crank side. Bolts were simple, easy to do. I just used the applied Allen wrenches that it came with. Got everything there tightened up. Make sure that this was straight. I originally did this towards the light, so it was a little bit crooked. So make sure that you align the handlebars to the wheel and not the light, so therefore that it's straight. I noticed as I was getting ready to go for a ride that it was a little off-centered, and I did it off the light and not off the wheel. So keeping it straight to the wheel is key. Pedals are easy to put on. Of course, left on this side, right for the crankshaft. So right to the crank, keep thinking that, so the right pedal to the crank. That was pretty simple, normal pedal installation. Just make sure you get the threads right, as they call out in the video. Back tire was already on, but I did make sure that everything was snug and good. Before you ride out, pick up the tires, test the brakes, readjust in case there's any drag. Same thing in the back, a little bit more heavier, but make sure the brakes work. Adjusted the seat to about right quick. Make sure it was centered. Took about 20 minutes to do all that. Like I said, I'm a little more of an avid biker, so most of the stuff I already knew. I did watch the videos this morning, so I knew a couple of things to look out for and what to go do, which was great. Oh, one thing too as well, make sure that your tensioners are screwed in tight for the cables and brakes. Make sure they're not loose. You might want to adjust them based upon how you like your brakes. Some people like them really touchy. Some people like them more inward, so feel free to adjust that depending on your avid biking needs or wants, or you could take it to a shop and they can adjust it as well. It is pretty easy, but you want to make sure that you're comfortable and how you like the feel of the things. Horn. I tested the turn signals before I took off, understood all the buttons. So my electronic gear shift here, my regular crank gear shift here, my lights on and off, my horn, right turn signal, left turn signal. So get all that. I did look in the manual. I think it was page 9 or 11, somewhere around there, to find the default code. So make sure you dig through the manual, pick that out. It's really, I think the first quarter of the manual will actually tell you mostly everything you need to know. But it's in there right where it says riding the bike. I think it's like second or third page in there, and it'll tell you the default code. So all I did is I turned it on. I checked all the lights to make sure everything worked. I haven't fiddled with alarm or really anything else. I make sure everything was good. I went out and did a couple of quick loops pedal-wise, make sure functionality of feather and the brakes worked, and it felt like a normal bike before I went on and took it to level 4 and hammered down the road. And I got up to about 23, 24 miles an hour. I do have a little bit of a decline. And then up the road, it was doing about 18, 19 miles an hour, no pedaling at all. And so I did a couple of laps, went around the neighborhood, and for ruggedness, I quickly jumped 2 curbs. That's just my style, but everything held up and everything was good. So really excited. I look to bike to work a little bit more of ease and beat the commute, as well as also enjoy the ride with it and put some miles on it outside my road bike. Thanks.